Over the past 11 years, the WPH has held 66 tour stops from sea to shining sea. All of them have been played indoors. Until now. Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona is the place, and the Race for 8 Tour Stop number 3 is the occasion for handball's best to take their skills outside for the first 3-wall tour stop to count in the WPH rankings. David Fink, Shorty Ruiz, Luis Cordova, Leo Canales, Adam Bernhardt, and more will trade wood for concrete to see whose skills translates best to the great outdoors. The Holiday Icebreaker starts right now.
1, 2, 3, go!
Welcome back to Tucson, Arizona. My name is Dave Vincent. Thanks for tuning in for another great day of live broadcast handball here at Clark Park. Leo Canales versus Sam Esser. It's the quarterfinals. Tour stop number 3 of the 10th season of the WPH Race for 8, our very first outdoor stop. And it's right here in Tucson. First outdoor stop meaning as part of the rankings. We've been doing this for 10 years. It's always been indoor, but now we're going outside during this pandemic. As we take a quick look at this bracket, Dave Fink was the number 1 seed. Shorty Ruiz is in the bottom bracket. Number 3 is Luis Cordova, followed by Leo Canales Jr., and the number 5 seed is Sam Esser. These two are going up against each other right now, and the winner will face either David Fink or Adam Bernhardt.
Gentlemen.
The first server is going to be Sam Esser. Sam lives right here in Tucson, Arizona. And just up the street, now residing in Phoenix, Arizona, is Leo Canales as he punches that fist underhand to get this thing rolling. Probably two of the nicest guys in handball right here on the court against each other. Present company included. Okay, I guess that would be 3 of the nicest guys.
0, 0. Point.
Our referee sounds like
1, 0.
Pete Papadimitrios. Yep, and it is. As I see him to my right. Love this camera angle right here.
Side out.
Catches all of the court. Want to thank Shea Lowenstein for his work here this weekend. Started off being fairly cold this morning, 39 degrees on these courts, but now we're in the 60s.
Point.
Best 2 out of 3 to 21, breaker to 11.
1, 1. Point. Two, 1. Point. 3, 1. Point. 4, 1.
These are the type of guys that will play their match usually in about an hour. But right now, scoring's coming really quick for Leo Canales.
Side out.
Good hustle right there from Sam Esser. Kind of surprised to see the quick scoring here. These guys usually are just going back and forth. I fully expect this match to be closer to that hour mark, but you never know.
4.
Outdoor just changes everything.
Side out. I thought it was good.
I think it was out, but that angle.
Point. 5, 1. Side out. 1, 5. Side out. Ball on court.
Such an effective shot, that one that goes to the roof and then pops out of the court. These guys are using it as an offensive tool, but you don't see
Another.
the high percentages
It was perfect timing, actually.
when the player that
one's
is
coming
returning
from
that
the other
ball
side,
gets a hand on it. You're not seeing those high percentages of that getting back to the front wall. It's fairly
5,
low. I'd
1.
say maybe 30% when you're driven past that baseline.
Side out.
I mean, you may catch up to it, but you're just
1,
not getting it back to the
5.
front wall. And I think it starts with just having better footwork. A guy like Dave Chapman seemed to know how to play those. Sean Lenning as well. See, there's another one.
Side out.
Going to have to start
5,
keeping stats
1.
on balls that go to that deep line and past the baseline over your head. How many of them make it to the front wall?
Point.
Right now, Sam Esser's 0 for 2.
6, 1.
6-1 very early here, and some quick points. That was long. Ball's going to be second served.
Oh, Sam.
By
Sam,
Leo
Sam,
Canales.
Shit.
We're at Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona here for this Icebreaker tournament, which is part of the WPH Race for 8 and the rankings. First time ever
6, 1.
going away from 4-wall and going outdoor to play 3-wall at one of the pro stops. Again,
Side out.
past the baseline, and a ball that doesn't make it to the front wall. 0 for 3 now since starting that stat. I have a feeling that I'm going to be obsessing over this now,
1,
and
6.
I'm not liking it. It's a beautiful corner kill from
Point.
Sam Esser. The next pro stop will be in mid-January, once again in Tucson, Arizona,
2,
this time
6.
indoors at the Tucson Racket Club.
Point.
That was a good serve. Ball slides out and
3,
then checks
6.
up late on that deep wall. Sort of ate up Canales. Big setup here for Esser, who's got such smooth shots.
Side out.
Esser thought about leaving his feet for that shot, but then
6,
realized, no,
3.
I'm on concrete. That's a really good serve.
Point. 7, 3.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Point.
Watch this. Little modified paddle.
8, 3.
Originally, you saw that Leo started that swing with a fist, and then he opened up his hand and took something off of it.
Side out. 3, 8.
That's a beautiful shot right there from Sam Esser. Just pops that ball about 2 inches high,
4,
offhand,
8.
past the deep line for a kill shot.
Ball.
And there's a ball that goes past the deep line again, unable to get it back. We're going to include that in the stat as well. 0 for 4 so far. Knowing me, I'll change the parameters throughout this match.
Close point.
So this stat is going to be ever
5,
evolving
8.
to fit the narrative, whatever that narrative will be. There's another
First
one.
time out.
That ball
That's
was
a
sort of
point.
a sidearm
It'll be 6, 8.
Fist.
Sam serving.
past the deep line, doesn't even make it to the front wall, hits the facade from Leo Canales. At Clark Park, it's a beautiful day here on a Saturday. We'll have the semifinals later this afternoon and then the finals tomorrow on Sunday. Clark Park is the venue. We have some of the bluest skies. I talked about that yesterday. Bluest skies I've ever seen in any city I've ever been to. Not sure why. Scientifically, I'm quite confident there is an explanation. Might be the reason why there's so many observatories around here.
Side out.
But if you ever take pictures that include blue sky, you almost have to dumb down the blue a little bit because it's just so remarkable. People wouldn't believe you. In fact, they question it when they see it.
Replay, right?
You think you're enhancing the sky, and the reality is you're
8-6.
desaturating it.
Oh, point? Okay, good call, Sam. Nice shot. 9-6.
That's a good lead.
Point. 10-6. Point.
Once again, over the head, past the deep line.
11-6.
Doesn't make it to the front wall. That's 0 for 5 now between the two players.
Side out.
Sam seems so automatic from this position. Watch the ball feather through his hand.
6-11.
Right to front for a kill shot.
Point.
Leo trying to respect a little bit of a wrinkle that Sam has put on the ball deep.
7-11.
The ball didn't really do much, but Leo was worried that it was going to.
Point.
That ball was over Leo's head once again.
8-11.
Past the deep line. He did make it to the front wall, though, but it was deep. Not sure how to put that on the stat. That was 2 bounces and a point for Sam Esser. Now edging slightly closer to Leo, who had that nice, comfortable lead to start this one off. 9 serves 11. Game number 1 going to 21. Guy's made a little bit of contact there.
That was a side out. Yeah. 11-9. Short.
I really do like those
21,
quick serves
21. Second.
that are just trying to, be designed to go over the short line.
Point.
You don't see a lot of players
First time out.
getting them over the line.
That was a point.
Actually, you
It
see a
will be
lot of short
12,
balls, but the
9
idea
coming
is
back
just
in.
to try to tackle your opponent as quick as possible. Leo Canales, 5'8", Phoenix, Arizona is where he lives now, but originally from El Paso, Texas. LA Fitness is his home court. The highest ranking on the Pro Tour is number 6 with the WPH Outdoor Series, the Icebreaker here in 2021. Hop serve, his speed, his aggressiveness, his fly kill. He's got this amazing punch fist shot that he does so well. Favorite athlete of all time, Derek Jeter, USHA Collegiate National title under his belt. Leo Canales Jr. And here he is, the number 4 seed at the Holiday Icebreaker in Tucson, Arizona here in December 2021.
Time in. 12-9.
This is definitely an entertaining match. Now remember, Leo scored the first 4 points, or 4 out of the first 5,
Point.
and he did it in about 35 seconds. And since then, it's really calmed down.
13,
We're 14 minutes
9.
into it now, and he's only scored about 9 points after that, or 8 points, since that 35-second onslaught.
It's a point.
And I thought this was going to be a very quick
14,
first game, but it's
9.
kind of appeared to slow down a bit.
Side
That's
out.
a nice shot right there. And that deep line stat that I had, which I'm not paying attention to anymore, is more like 50% of the balls past the deep line over the head of the opponent are making it back to the front wall. Early on, it was 0 for 6. Now these guys are making them routinely.
Point.
That was a terrible shot from Sam and an even worse one from Leo.
10-14. Side out.
A beautiful punch shot there from Leo Canales. Sam Esser got here by defeating John Chapman 21-4, 21-4. Leo got here by defeating
14,
Dylan Key
10.
21-9, 21-9. Both of those matches were in the round of 16 earlier today.
Side out. 10-14. Point.
Sam just doesn't go away.
11-14. Side out. 14-11. Point.
That was a good first strike right there from Leo Canales.
15-11.
Leo wanted to play that ball 3 different ways on its way back from the front wall, and the way he played it was probably the worst way.
Side
Hit the ball
out.
over the roof.
11-15. Point. Twelve, 15.
Sam Esser is not going away. 12-15. He might go away with serves like that. And another missed shot.
Wow, that was
Hitting
a
that
mess.
facade is Sam Esser. That's 2 in a row now after having a pretty good successful
15,
run at
12.
getting that ball back. We're still at about 50% though of
Point.
players that have to retreat and go backwards with the ball over their head. Are they able to get it back to the
16-12.
front wall? And the answer is about, well, sort of. I mean, 50% of the time they are. So far, the stat is sort of proving that players need to go back there deeper
16-12.
more often. I mean, if you had a shot where it was 50% of the time your opponent's getting the ball back to the front wall, wouldn't you
Point.
just do it every single time?
17-12. Point. Second timeout.
And as soon as Sam starts making a couple of those points, all of a sudden, Leo comes back and has a nice little streak of his own as we take a look at Clark Park here from the trees. Tucson, Arizona is the place for this outdoor holiday icebreaker gig, part of the indoor 4-wall series. The race
Time
break
in.
season number 10,
18,
first time
12.
ever going outdoor as part of the rankings for the indoor tour. We've been wanting to do it
Side
for
out.
about 8 years now, to include 1-wall and 3-wall as regular tour stops, and I think this is
12,
breaking the ice,
18.
pun intended, and possibly going deeper with the outdoor game.
Side out.
Now that we have our own outdoor facility,
18-12.
you might see it happen more often.
Point.
I mean, that's like a kill shot. That ball
19,
double bounces
12.
about 8 feet off in front
Point.
and to the left of Sam Esser, and Leo now serving here
20,
to take game number
12.
1. Oh, that's a nice serve, and he gets it.
Point.
Game number 1 going to Leo Canales, 21-12, defeating Sam Esser here at Clark Park in the quarterfinals of the men's first game. The winner will face either David Fink or Adam Bernhardt in the semis. Leo Canales Jr. defeating Sam Esser in a game that lasted, what, 21 minutes, 20 minutes or so? I guess that's about right. As we get ready here now for game number 2.
Leo serving, 0-0.
I'm going to predict a tiebreaker. It's just the way that these guys play.
Side out. 0-0. Point. Ball, ball, ball. One, 0. Point. Ball. 2-0. Three, 0. Oh.
Jeez.
4-0. Side out. 0-4.
This is almost exactly the reverse of game number 1.
Point.
In fact, it is. Sam Esser has 4 points. Leo has 1. That was exactly what we saw in game number 1. Quick scoring.
Point. 2-4.
Love that shot right there, going over the top, keeping that ball down, hits the side wall and actually targets down toward the front wall.
Dead.
You see a lot of these other shots where the player goes underneath and hits that side wall and pops up. And then it becomes a big setup. But that one,
3-4.
Leo put some spin on it. It's a great camera angle from our cameraman, Shay Lowenstein.
So bad.
Where to go? This one? Four. Point. 5-4. Sorry. Side up. 4-5. Point. 5, 5.
We're all together at 5 here. That was a really good return right there from Esser.
Point.
Followed by a horrible return from Esser.
6, 5. Side out. Five, 6. Second.
This replay. Ball just over the line.
Point.
Leo had the right idea, just a little out of control
6.
with how he tried to execute that. We're all together at 6 now.
Side out.
Both of these players have to have a little bit better
6,
discipline
6.
if I were to critique. Sticking with the game plan and trying to execute as opposed to being spur of the moment wild shots. And it's easy for me to say because I'm sitting in a chair 55 feet away, but you have to take a page out of the Irish players who go in there and play very steady. With a lot of discipline. I mean, the discipline that's lacking on a shot like that is that you have to have better footwork. You don't have to backpedal. You can turn sideways and actually run back to a spot and then turn your body. It takes a little bit more effort, but you have to be in shape. Backpedaling is sort of a lazy man's game. I should know. That is the donor plaque wall that shows you, or what they call the heritage wall. Shows you who has donated to help put in the cement and take off the back walls. This was an outdoor-indoor 4-wall facility that has been turned into really one of the best 3-wall complexes around. It's at Randolph Rec Center, now called Clark Park, named after Doug Clark.
6, 9.
That's one of Sam Esser's best shots right there. And if you ever see his pro player profile pop up,
6,
probably
9.
obvious that it's going to have that as one of his strengths. That right corner kill,
7, 9.
so smooth. It reminds you of an Alan Garner. He does it with his left as well. All Alan Garner.
Point.
See, there it is. That's that left smooth kill shot to the left corner. And he makes it look so easy, and you're wondering why he just doesn't do that every single time a ball goes to his left. And there's a errant ball that doesn't even make it to the front wall from Leo Canales. And Esser putting some points on the board here.
9, 9.
All together at 9. Oh, that was a good serve. No argument from Leo. Esser flying all over the court
Side
here.
out.
Doesn't help him out. As Leo gets into the server's box here, now 9-9.
9, 9.
Players going back and forth, trading serves. A lot of side outs here, which is pretty much what I expected from the get-go.
Side out.
We're at 30 minutes
9,
now.
9.
In a format like this, I would say the average time is about 37 minutes, maybe for a
Second.
round of 16, round of 8. These guys, doesn't matter what round it is, it's always going to go at least 1 hour. They're just so evenly matched. Such a great punch fish shot, and it's such a great weapon to have in your quiver. Able to redirect that ball just hard down a wall somewhere.
9-9.
It's a good defensive shot that turns into an offensive shot for Leo Canales. You see him use it a lot. And many times, many instances where he should be using an open hand, he'll use that punch. There it is again. See?
Point.
Usually you would see a player just open up their hand and let that ball
10,
feather out,
9.
but instead Leo puts a little
Point.
fist on it, pokes it. Just more comfortable, even with his paddle shots, to use a fist.
11-9.
And just like that, Leo scoring some points.
12-9.
Scores 12-9.
Point.
13-9 and a timeout
Second
being called
timeout.
by Sam Esser here. It's a perfect day. It started off being really cold, but it warmed up just a bit now that the players are starting to take their shirts off.
$13-9.
When I say cold, I mean 39 degrees in outdoor handball doesn't mix too well, but that's what it was for the first match early this morning. Now we're into the 60s. And that's about where you want it to be when you're playing outdoor.
Point.
Leo takes just enough off that ball.
14-9. Point.
Look at that
15-9.
wrinkle. That ball meets the sidewall exactly when Sam was trying to hit it.
Point.
Just another ball that doesn't make it to the front wall. 16-9. It looks like Leo is starting to just walk away
9.
here in game number 2. Don't forget, it was all tied at 9. Canales 5 points away from advancing to the semifinals.
Second.
I think he feels it.
Point. 17-9. Flat out.
A little bit of luck there for Sam Esser. It's something that he probably needs to get going.
9.
Just
17.
have something unexpected happen, like a ball going off the bottom of Leo's hand. Now he needs to put points on the scoreboard, and there he gets his first one. 10-17.
10-17.
Just a change of momentum is all Esser needs, because he can score some fast points. We've seen it. We've seen it before. And a side out. Leo back in. 17-10. Canales 4 points away from taking this match and advancing to the
17-10.
semis to face either Adam Bernhardt or David Fink.
Flat out. 10-17. Point.
Oh, that was a good serve. Look what this ball does right here. It hits the side wall and dies. And Leo's just There's, what, 3 bounces
11,
before it gets to the
17.
back line. Unbelievable. And 2 in a row now. 2 very
Timeout.
quick points and a
Point.
timeout trying to
It'll be
neutralize
12,
Esser.
17 coming back in.
Esser just 5 points away now from tying up Leo Canales, but it was Esser's great serves. 2 aces in a row as we look over at the birthday boy, Scott Cleveland, who's doing a little barbecue for the locals here that are watching. Always a free barbecue.
12, 17.
Never quite understood that. People come out, watch some handball, and they don't even have to
Point.
pay for anything. They just get it for free. I want to thank
13,
Scott and
17.
Con Jim for their extensive work with the barbecue.
Side out.
Just another ball that doesn't make it back to the front wall. That was an amazing offensive shot in a way for Leo Canales.
17, 13. Point.
A pretty good lead right there from Leo. He certainly had a game plan there of hitting the ball to the roof and pushing Sam back,
18, 13.
but Sam seemed to hold his own until that very last ball that didn't make it into the court of play.
Side out.
Sam seems to score a couple points, but he
13, 18.
can't draw him closer than 4 or 5. Let's see if he can get a run here.
Point. Would be the last one, yeah. 14, 18.
Nice little punch fist shot from Leo Canales,
Side out.
keeping Esser at bay.
18, 14.
Canales now
Second.
is 3 points away from taking the match.
Side out.
Sort of like Esser is beating Sam at his own game. I like that camera angle.
14, 18.
Gonna see what that facility looks like from the
Point.
upper part, and there's another ace serve
15, 18.
from Sam. Just sneaks it in. Everybody's looking at the deep line, and Sam goes for that crack.
Point. Sixteen, 18. Side out. What's that? The score is 18-16.
Timeout.
That's your second timeout.
Pretty smart timeout there. Number 5 seed is Sam Esser, and here he is, Tucson, Arizona. His home court here is the TRC. His highest pro ranking outdoor series was number 10. Best shot, the left-hand kill down the left. I think it's one of his great shots, but ultimately that right-handed kill shot to the right corner, or even the left kill shot to the left corner, seems to be some of his best. I mean, he's actually incredibly talented. Consistency, mental toughness, 2 great hands, and his speed. Yeah, he's underrated, but he can get to the ball. Missouri State Bear Bash, he won that
18,
a couple times.
16.
Considers that his best win, but I think his best win is yet to come. This guy could be a top 4, top 5. Everybody that plays him knows that Sam Esser's that good. Just hasn't happened yet.
19, 16.
I mean, that's the reason why I say this guy's good. 45, 46, 7 feet away, and he just sort of casually strokes that ball to the front wall, about 5 inches high. It's a
16,
beautiful shot
19.
from Esser. Trying to score 5 points now to force a tiebreaker. See Sam being much more aggressive now than he was early. He should put this one away. Doesn't go to the roof instead. And that's like putting it away.
Point.
Leo can't get it back, and there is a point for Sam Esser, 17-19, and this one's getting
17,
tense.
19. Second. Point.
Look at this shot. Just so perfectly hit.
18, 19.
Such a good shot from Leo.
Side out.
That ball goes to the roof, hits the ground, and goes over the sidewall on the left. Somebody needs to invent a tutorial video on how to do that.
19, 18.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That's the shot of the tournament. Watch what
Timeout.
Leo does here, and just a
Last timeout.
casual laugh from Sam Esser. Does that ball come down to the ground again? No, it doesn't. Backhanded kill shot. Sam a little off, unable to get to the spot in time. Here's another replay. Does this hit the ground twice? There's one sidewall. Oh, I think it does. Gosh, I'd love to see that angle again. But I thought that once it hit the side wall, it popped up, but instead it looked like the sidewall and the ground met at the same time for the second bounce. I might just be looking at that wrong, but one heck of a shot from Leo Canales. Kind of ward off Sam Esser's
20,
run there.
18.
Here it is, match point. Good return from Sam Esser.
Out.
Pushing Leo all the way off the court, and then it checks up deep, and Sam tries to, I should say Leo tries to stop, and he just
18,
can't do it.
20.
18-20 is the score. Going to need 3 points here. force a tiebreaker. This is so entertaining, I don't want it to end.
Point.
There's a beautiful over-the-top kill shot. Watch how Sam goes over this. That ball just doesn't come out of the shadows. Now at 19-20.
19-20.
Now we're at 20-20. And just like that, that's what Sam does. He scores fast.
20-20.
Oh, and he does
Point.
it just like that.
Tiebreaker,
1, 2,
gentlemen.
3. Less than 1 minute.
Nice game.
Some very quick playing there. And look at this ball just get over the line. 2, 3 bounces before it gets to the deep line. That's one hell of a serve from Sam Esser, who gets that 21st point, forces a tiebreaker. And it didn't look like that was going to happen at all. I believe Leo was up 18-11, 18-12. It looked like he was cruising. It just doesn't work out for him. Sam forcing a tiebreaker here, but Leo had
0-0.
more points, so he serves first.
Point. 1-0.
First game lasted 21 minutes. Second game was 26 minutes.
2-0. Side out.
That's another highlight reel shot from Sam Esser. Anybody that plays this game that has an
0-2.
offhand, when you hit a pretty shot like that, you think about it all day long. Sam's done it about 6-7 times already today. That offhand kill shot from around the deep line.
Side out.
You know, there could be a little pebble on the ground. I'm not making excuses,
2-0.
but outdoors there's cracks and uneven surfaces. You see a shot like that that
Second.
really ties up a player, and you just wonder if the ball did something that they truly wasn't expecting to do. Or
Side
weren't
out.
expecting to do.
0-2. Point.
Leo
1,
has to really
2.
think about that serve that's up near the short line, but then when one goes deep, it just sort of handcuffs it. See, that's the shot right there. That
Second.
ball, Sam is just trying to squeak over the line.
Side out.
I'd like to see Sam be a little bit more aggressive on his second serves. There's really no need to just throw a ball into
2,
play like
1.
that. He has a good serve. I think that ball stayed in. Another point for Leo.
You win a prize.
Point. 3-1. Point. Four, 1. Timeout. Coming back in will be 5-1.
That's a good timeout call from Sam Esser. And look at this serve from Leo Canales. This is what forced that timeout. It not only hops away, but it's just double bouncing before the baseline, checking up deep into that side wall. That's what you'd almost consider the perfect serve.
5-1. Six, 1. 7-1. Side out. One, 7. Side out. 7-1.
Winner of this match is going to face either Dave Fink or Adam Bernhardt. That was a terrible shot right there from Leo Canales. Sam Esser serving now at 1-7. He's been trailing this whole match. The only time he had a lead
1-7
in game number 2 is when he won 21-20.
One, 7. Second. Ball on court. Side out. Seven, 1. Point. Eight, 1. Right out.
Shoot it.
One, 8.
A good serve, good strike, I should say, from Leo Canales.
Side
Just
is
a nice
out.
stroke.
8-1. Point.
Just 2 points away now is Leo Canales as he
Second
tries to advance
timeout.
to the semifinals.
It'll be 9-1.
Here from the quarters. A chance to face either Dave Fink or Adam Bernhardt in the semi. We'll find out later which one that's going to be.
9-1.
2 points away is Canales, but it seems like we've been saying that for about a half hour.
Point.
He had that big lead in game number 2 and just couldn't pull it out.
10-1.
Here it is, match point. This could be it. Statistics say it is, but it isn't. Oh, and then Leo just misses that ball. It just pops right over his head. Did not play that correctly.
1-10. Side out.
Good go.
10-1.
Match point again. Take 2. Leo could put it away right here. He goes for it, clips the side wall, and he gets the win, and he will now go to the semifinals and face either Dave Fink or Adam Bernhardt. Big win here in Tucson, Arizona for Leo Canales. It looked like he was going to close out Sam Esser in game number 2. He had that nice comfortable lead at about 18-14, maybe 17-11, 17-10, something like that. And he ends up losing game number 2, 20-21. But he comes back in the tiebreaker and wins 11-1, and that's all that matters. Leo will face the winner of Dave Fink and Adam Bernhardt, and we'll find out which one of those guys it'll be coming up right around the corner.